We start the fourth quarter in St. Louis. Rams had a 21-0 lead. Cowboys have scored the last 20 points. Rams went for it on fourth down in their last possession. Instead of attempting a 28-yard field goal, they were stopped. Then the Cowboys were held to a field goal on their last drive deep into Rams territory. So it's a one-point game. First and 17 following the holding penalty on Britt. This is Stacy, and he's spun around, wrapped up by Jeremy Mincy.
Well, they're definitely sticking with the run, Darryl.
Yeah.
First and 17. Let's run the ball.
The workhorse on this one.
Yeah.
Just to wrap up your point on Austin Davis and Brett Favre, they've actually spent time together. They've worked out together. They share an agent, Russ Cook. And Brian Schottenheimer was Favre's offensive coordinator with the New York Jets, now working with Austin Davis. A couple of connections. Second down and 16. As Davis throws, and going up to make the catch is Austin Pettis.
Great pickup by the blitz of that offensive line. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, it was really well done.
They impressed me, and also, check this out right here. They're going to bring the two linebackers on the backside. Everybody gets involved.
But you know, the coordination between Joe Barksdale and Zach Stacy, you would have thought that Joe Barksdale would have sat inside on the linebacker and Zach would have been out on the edge rush from the secondary, but the recognition and the way they work together, very impressive.
Zach's like a hybrid fullback tailback there.
Davis on 3rd and 3. To the end zone, bobbled and dropped by Jared Cook.
You can see Austin Davis like, what happened? What happened? What? I mean, this is a well-thrown ball. Jared Cook's just got to finish it. He's got to make the catch. Does everything right. Runs around, gets the separation, but can't bring in the catch.
These defensive backs, man, they're just giving them too much cushion. Always 1-2 steps behind.
28-yard attempt. Greg Sirline. Donnie Hecker places it down. Sirline's kick is good. So the Rams add to their lead, 24-20. Early fourth quarter here in St. Louis. Rams thought they had a touchdown, but Jared Cook unable to make the catch, settled for 3. And now lead the Cowboys 24-20. Wayne Harris beat for Dallas.
There'll be a couple of missed opportunities by the St. Louis Rams here. That fourth down and then an opportunity for a touchdown that turns into a field goal on that last drive.
Harris takes it out. And he's knocked out of bounds now. While we were away, some fireworks on the Rams sideline.
Yeah, emotions bubbling over again on the sideline. Jared Cook walking by, and Austin Davis coming up, shoves him to the side. Now here's William Hayes coming in. I don't know why you would have shoved your quarterback out of the way. I don't know if William Hayes is stepping in there because, you know, he's upset that you hit your quarterback. But hey, you made a mistake. You had an opportunity for a big play in this game, and you didn't finish it. You didn't get the touchdown catch, but that's on you. That's not on anybody else. So at least they're sitting down getting this thing worked out.
And now the Cowboys start from their 16-yard line. Cowboys had scored 20 consecutive points prior to that Rams field goal. Romo on first down. Inside handoff to Murray. Bounces it to the outside. And is tackled from behind by Laurinaitis. There is a flag.
Illegal block in the back. Offense, number 82. At least 10 yards, half the distance from the spot of the foul. Replay, first down.
Jason Witten. Cowboys keep it on the ground, and Michael Brockers is right there to make the tackle. Murray down at the 10.
Staying on that path, and eventually you've got to make that cut back into the defensive front. And right as DeMarco Murray does that, Michael Brockers is there waiting for him. They seem to have got their issues corrected on the sideline from that more interior run game that Dallas has been using so effectively since midway through the second quarter.
Empty backfield, second down and 16. Romo's pass caught by Bryant, but he gains only 3 as tackle is made by Rodney McLeod.
Good open field tackle by Rodney McLeod right there. Des Bryant, a big physical wide receiver. Not much after the catch.
They're going to kick. Yeah, this defense is no defense. Switched out the whole defensive line, some linebackers. They almost caught him right there. Tony Romo gave him a break by going and delaying this.
Now the Rams defense is set, third down and 13. Romo out across the 25, picks up a first down.
Well, we've talked about where he's at physically right now. That's a gutsy play by Tony Romo because he's checking the down markers as he's moving up the field. He knows if he slides at the end of this, he's going to be short. He puts one more wiggle on right here. Makes Alec Ogletree miss in the open field, then goes forward to make sure he gets the distance.
He needed 13 yards, he gained 15.
That's some veteran savvy right there.
Early that run, boy, he glanced right over at the sideline, knew where he had to get to.
Play clock at 2. Murray out across the 30. Time for a game break to Los Angeles. Joel Klatt. Joel. Thanks, Joel. Saints look for their first win of the season. 10.5 remaining, fourth quarter. Rams by 4. Second down and 9. This is Murray. Aaron Donald, a rookie first-round pick out of Pitt. Brings him down for a loss of 5.
Yeah, he's going to be a heck of a player. Very explosive on the inside. Undersized, but a tremendous leverage player. They just keep stringing this out. He clogs everything up in the middle, keeps working down the line.
Nice job of staying on his feet.
Third down and 14. Romo, a pump fake. Now he throws out to the 45-yard line for a first down. Terrence Williams, 20-yard pass play.
Nice blitz trick up again from this offensive line. They bring a defensive back out from the outside. Top of your screen.
And the bottom.
Yeah. Picked up very well. Jason Witten, you know, he can block.
But that's back-to-back third and longs, Tony, that the Dallas Cowboys have converted on this drive. The Rams defense doing everything they can right on first and second, but not finishing it on these third and longs.
White clock at 2. First and 10 from the 45-yard line. It's DeMarco Murray. And Murray gets tripped up. Gains a couple. Joel Dunbar made the tackle with 8.5 to play.
Very similar stats to what Tony Romo had last week in the victory against Tennessee as they strive for this balanced attack. And after a slow start, DeMarco Murray having a nice afternoon. That one big touchdown catch by Des Bryant pops his stats up.
68 yards. Second down and 9. Romo, another pump fake, hit as he throws, and there is a flag. Des Bryant, the intended receiver, Janoris Jenkins on the coverage.
And the Rams have let Janoris Jenkins go man-to-man on Des Bryant several times through the course of the afternoon. But really what makes this throw is the ability of Tony Romo to get this ball out with defenders hanging on top of him. Watching the pocket, everything collapses. It's a double move.
Pass interference. Defense. Ball in place at the spot of the foul. First down, Dallas.
Janoris Jenkins never gets his head back around. He's right on Des Bryant's back. Afterwards, they congratulated each other, as you could see. Nice job. Congratulations.
Cowboys goose gained 33 yards on the penalty. From the Rams 20 on first down. Here is Murray. Murray up the middle after the hesitation. As he makes something out of nothing, gains 2. Second and 7. That's Escobar on the slot. Romo on second down, looking. Now throws to his right. It's Murray out of the backfield. Ogletree and Dunbar the tackle down at the 12-yard line.
They got to get some compliments to this Dallas Cowboy offensive line here, too. Tony's talked about the blitz pickup, the coordination with running backs and tight ends and the big guys up front. But this is a very, very good defensive line for the St. Louis Rams with the ability to roll in fresh bodies. And when they've been rushing 4, which sometimes they can take over a game, they are that good. This Dallas offensive line has been hanging in there.
The defensive line without Chris Long. 11th play of the drive for the Cowboys. 3rd down and 2. Romo on 3rd down. Over the top, touchdown, Terrence Williams.
That's just great play design by formation, understanding what the defense is going to play inside the red zone and having the man beater route up. And it's really kind of won on the release by Terrence Williams. It's going to be so hard for everybody to defend as everybody's clearing out this way. Look at all the traffic E.J. Gaines was going to have to run through, and he just can't get there in time.
Second touchdown of the season for Williams. The Cowboys have their first lead of the game. Cowboys have scored on their last 5 possessions. 3 touchdowns, 2 field goals. Romo to Williams. Dallas by 3. Terrence Williams with the touchdown reception. Cowboys, who trailed 21-0, now lead by 3. An 11-play, 84-yard drive. Cowboys have scored on 5 straight possessions, and Tony Romo ties a couple of Hall of Famers. His 212th career touchdown pass, matching Y.A. Tittle and our friend and colleague, Terry Bradshaw. Chris Givens on the return for the Rams. Out across the 20. Just over 6 minutes remaining. Cowboys celebrate. It's their first lead today.
Today's game is sponsored by Visa Checkout, the easier way to pay online.
.06 remaining, 4th quarter. Rams take over, trailing for the first time today. They start from the 21-yard line. Davis on first down. It's picked off by Bruce Carter. And Carter takes it in for a Cowboys touchdown.
Wow, what a terrible time for Austin Davis to learn a valuable lesson. He's got pressure in the pocket. You cannot throw it into the middle of the field.
Carter's just sitting there waiting on this ball right here.
Bruce Carter here on the right. Now watch as the pressure comes in, and he's just going to kind of float it right into the middle of the field. Does not see Bruce Carter sliding in from his pre-snap position.
Bruce Carter did see Zach Stacy trying to sneak out there, knowing that he's the go-to guy when the pressure comes.
First NFL touchdown for Carter, who was injured earlier in this second half. He was evaluated following a blow to the head. Carter takes it to the end zone. The Cowboys, who trail by 21, now lead by 10. Each team with a defensive touchdown. Bruce Carter with the interception and the score for the Cowboys. Dallas has scored 34 points in the last 26 minutes, 9 seconds. Chris Givens back deep for the Rams. Givens takes a knee. Time for a game break to Joel Klatt in Los Angeles. Joel.
All right, Kenny, let's head to Philadelphia. Kirk Cousins, first start of the season. He's going to find former Eagle Deshaun Jackson, 81 yards. This one's all tied up, and Deshaun Jackson's going to give a little Eagle love to the fans in Philadelphia. He got booed. Kenny, Moose, and Goose.
No, Joel. I don't believe the Eagle fans will boo him for doing that.
They'll boo him for just coming to the stadium.
That's all they've been doing is booing.
What a game in Philadelphia. What a game here in St. Louis. Rams had a 21-0 lead. Now trail by 10. As Davis throws, the catch is made by Cook. And Jared Cook makes it out to the 30, close to a first down.
Yeah, Brian Schottenheimer showing some confidence in Austin Davis. He has the critical interception on that last play, and he comes right back out and lets him throw the ball.
Second NFL start for Davis. Threw 2 touchdown passes in the first half, one to Lance Kendricks in the first quarter, and then 51 yards to Brian Quick. First play of the second quarter. Rams would score a defensive touchdown, take a 21-0 lead. Davis to Cook once again. Cook out to the 46-yard line.
Dallas not getting much of a pass rush with only 4 guys. Lot of time right there for Austin Davis to sit in the pocket and look downfield and find his receivers.
Austin's numbers today. Max Stacy, 68 yards on the ground. And Quick with the 51-yard touchdown reception earlier. Davis, Stacy. A.J. Wilcox made the tackle of the Cowboys. 49 with 4.5 remaining. Fourth quarter here in St. Louis.
The Cowboy defense just keeping everything in front, forcing Austin Davis to take those shorter routes.
2nd and 6. Davis again over the top to Stacy. Bruce Carter, first Cowboy there. Stacy picks up a first down to the Dallas 40. Cunningham replaces Stacy. 1st and 10 from the Cowboys 40. Davis fires downfield. He was looking for Givens. Brandon Carr on the coverage, no flags.
Working on the outside, finally get the opportunity to get the ball down the field, a deep in route to Chris Givens. Well played by Brandon Carr. You hear a few boos here. Fans thinking he got there a little bit early. Pretty nice day at the office for Brandon Carr.
Now 2nd and 10. Davis with time, throws. Lance Kendricks for the Cowboys 30, Carter the tackle.
Lance Kendricks had to even make the umpire miss on that one, getting across the field.
Kendricks picked up the first. Down to 3:25 remaining. Rams trailing by 10. This is Cunningham. Again, it's Carter, who's been everywhere in the fourth quarter.
Not a lot of time. You need 10 points. Why they're running the ball right now.
10 tackles, a pick, and a touchdown for Carter. Second down and 5. As Davis fires, there is a flag. Claiborne with the coverage on Quick.
Illegal contact. Defense, number 24. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Yeah, that's an easy call, even without the point of emphasis this year on illegal contact on the play on the outside. Morris Claiborne with the contact beyond 5 yards. You saw him with the hand to the shoulder pad to disrupt the route.
So it's a 5-yard penalty, unlike pass interference. So a new set of downs for the Rams from the Cowboys 20. Just under 3 minutes remaining here in St. Louis. Davis on first down. Catch is made by Cook. And he is knocked out of bounds inside the 5 by Wilcox.
And Cook has been wide open 3 or 4 times on this drive.
You ain't kidding on that one, Tony.
Unbelievable. I mean, there's nobody even around him.
10 yards to the nearest defender at this stage, at that position on the field. Inside the 5.
His 6th catch of the day, good for 16 yards. First and goal from the Cowboys 4.
Okay, Kenny Britt at the top of the screen, working one-on-one with Morris Claiborne.
Empty backfield. Cunningham split wide to the right. Davis looks end zone. He throws, and it is broken up. Pass intended for Kendricks. It was Anthony Hitchens who got a piece of it.
Up at the top of the screen, I think it's a matchup they've been looking at during the course of the afternoon. If they can get one-on-one with Morris Claiborne, you've got your big physical receiver out there, but you're running the inside route instead of the fade. Anthony Hitchens getting his hand on that throw to the inside.
Second and goal. Davis looking. And now he fires it out of bounds.
Well, we've had a lot of long drives this afternoon by both of these offenses. A credit to everybody out there on the field today. We talked about in the first half, after that 15-play drive by the St. Louis Rams, so difficult, you know, to be efficient that long, and both of these offenses have been able to extend double-digit play drives.
For the Rams, their 4th drive of at least 10 plays. Third and goal. Davis moving to his left, now throws to the end zone, touchdown, Austin Pettis.
They had Benny Cunningham out to the right flat, and he didn't see him as he moved left. You know, you're worried if you're going to have another opportunity to find somebody, but Benny Cunningham, 36, is going to release out to the right. Nobody covered him, but his protection breaks down. Austin Davis forced to go to the left.
Morris Claiborne on the outside decided to come inside. Then he tried to recover there. Like we said, man, this whole drive, receivers have been wide open all the way down the field.
Third line of the extra point. Rams pull to within 3. Third touchdown pass of the day for Austin Davis. Back in St. Louis, 3-point game. high emotions on both sides.
Yeah, they've bubbled over a couple of times on each sideline. Des Bryant, DeMarco Murray there right at the end of the first half. And then after an opportunity for a touchdown catch, Jared Cook getting a little bit hot on the Rams sideline. This isn't an emotional game. You've got to keep them in check. You don't want to be divisive. You don't want to be a distraction to your team.
Now, what do you do here if you're Jeff Fisher?
I play it by rule. I've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. I'm kicking it deep. My only concern is my defense has not stopped the opponent's offense the last 5 series. And for you Rams fans that were watching that last drive, I thought Brian Schottenheimer called a good series down the field to get the touchdown. You might have been wanting it to happen quicker, but you look at the time right now, and everything worked out well. So I thought that offensively they managed it well. They didn't panic with a young quarterback in that situation. I like the decision right there by Jeff Fisher to kick it deep, and you challenge your defense. Listen, you haven't stopped these guys in the last 5 series from getting points. You have to do that on this drive, or we lose.
There's Brian Schottenheimer on the sideline getting his offense together, saying, listen, when we get that ball back, we got to be ready to go.
So scores on 5 straight possessions and 2 big pass interference penalties committed by the Rams defense, leading to 2 of the Dallas touchdowns. Rams with all 3 timeouts. 2:36 remaining. Not much.
And it's so easy to get too conservative here as a play caller. You don't want to come out and go run, run, run if you're Scott Linehan for the Cowboys.
And also you got Greg Williams, defensive coordinator for the Rams. You know, he's known to take some chances. Known to take some chances. If he wants to take some big chances right now, you know, it could cost him. So we'll see what happens.
Rams is their first time out this October. History will be made as baseball's postseason moves to America's new sports network. Fox Sports 1 is your new home for baseball's National League Division and Championship Series. It all begins October 3rd. Cowboys with a 3-point lead. In franchise history, Dallas has never won a game in regulation after trailing by 21. Cowboys have come back twice to win in overtime after falling behind by 21, including your last game, Darryl, back in '99 against Washington.
Yeah, able to find our way back out of a 21-point deficit in the second half and win in overtime.
Cowboys trailed this game 21-0. Off the fake on 2nd and 10. Romo in trouble. Down he goes. Sacked back at the 8-yard line. There is a flag. Eugene Sims brought Romo down.
Holding. Defense. Number 97. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
Wow.
Eugene Sims called for defensive holding. See if we can find him here.
This is going to be where the pressure comes from up the field. That is Eugene Sims. Oh, my goodness. They called him on the hold on that. I do not agree with that call.
Nah, he thought that he could have been like a whammer or a blocker coming from down inside. You're allowed to grab that guy.
Well, there's no play fake to him. So it's not like that situation where you do play action and you're allowed to tackle. But I tell you what, I did not agree with it. It didn't seem like a hold. I mean, it's a good play by him. Hey, you check it, you delay his release because you know that's the toughest guy to cover on that play. That's going to be your short, flat receiver on that bootleg. So I thought he played it great by actually disrupting that route and then going and getting the quarterback. I think that this is not a good call.
And now the officials have gotten together. They will have to put some time back on the clock. Both head coaches out on the field.
Please reset the game clock to 2 minutes 24 seconds. The clock will start on the snap inside of 5 minutes with this penalty.
Okay, watch 97 come free. There's your releaser right there. I mean, really? I think I would teach my defensive end to play that way.
Exactly.
Disrupt the release of the underneath route and then get upfield and get the quarterback.
Yeah, he could be blocking you.
But instead, a first down for the Cowboys on their own 25. Up the middle, it's Murray. Marco Murray out to the 32. He gains 7. And now the Rams will stop the clock once again. They use their second timeout. After the Rams took a 21-0 lead in the first half, it was 21-10 at halftime, and then Tony Romo would find Dez Bryant 68-yard pass play. Cowboys pulled to within 4. And then in the fourth quarter, Romo to Terrence Williams, giving the Cowboys the lead, and then a 25-yard interception return for a touchdown by Bruce Carter. Cowboys by 10, and then Davis with his third scoring strike of the day to Austin Pettis. We welcome those of you who have just joined us. Kenny Albert, Darryl Johnston, Tony Siragusa in St. Louis, where the Rams led 21-0 in the second quarter. Cowboys have come back. Dallas with a 3-point lead, 2:17 remaining. Rams have one timeout. Cowboys with the football. DeMarco Murray out to the 32, so it will be 3rd down and 3 as the Rams use their final timeout. Murray has reached 100 yards for the 3rd straight game. He joins Tony Dorsett and Emmitt Smith as the Cowboys who have rushed for 100 yards in each of the first 3 games of the season.
Now the clock will stop one more time at a 2-minute warning.
We welcome a new audience here in St. Louis. Rams have used their final timeout. The largest deficit overcome by a Cowboys team in regulation has been 20 points back in September of '83 in Washington. Twice the Cowboys have come back to win games in overtime after trailing by 21. That was their deficit today, but it's now a huge 3rd down and 3 as the Rams will try and force a Dallas punt.
Yeah, everybody joining us just in time for the play of the game right here.
Romo out of the shotgun. Cowboys must get to the 35 for a first down, and they cannot. Pass intended for Lance Dunbar, so the clock stops at 2:11. Good time management by Jeff Fisher. Rams using all 3 of their timeouts, and now we'll get the ball back prior to the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, and you throw the pass incomplete, so the clock stops there, so they'll also get a stop at the 2-minute warning. They get what they want. Kendall Langford, number 98, with the pressure. You've got your running back against the linebacker one-on-one, and I think that big arm of Kendall Langford affected that throw of Tony Romo.
The Cowboys had scored on their last 5 possessions. This is only the 3rd punt of the game. First punt in the second half for either team. Taken at the 23 by Austin Pettis. Tries to cut it to the outside. And he is down at the 25 as we hit the 2-minute warning in St. Louis. Now there is a flag, a late flag at the end of the return.
During the kick, holding, return team, number 21. 10-yard penalty from the end of the kick. First down, St. Louis. This is the 2-minute warning.
So Austin Davis in his second NFL start. Davis and the Rams offense on the field, trailing by 3. Austin Davis and the St. Louis Rams start from their own 14-yard line. His first career 300-yard game. It's his second start. It was a game-time decision. Would it be Davis? Would it be Sean Hill? Jeff Fisher went with Davis. Rams trail by 3. Davis hit as he throws. Pass was intended for the tight end, Jared Cook. Time for a game break to Los Angeles. Joel Klatt. Joel? Thanks, Joel. Mark Sanchez, the backup to Nick Foles in Philadelphia, the former New York Jet. 2nd and 10 from the 14-yard line. Rams led this game 21-0. They trail by 3 and have no timeouts. Davis to Jared Cook. Cook upended at the 22-yard line. Coming up limping is the man who made the tackle, Orlando Scandrick.
That's the second time he's had to take on one of these big tight ends for the St. Louis Rams.
Scandrick replaced by Sterling Moore. 3rd down and 2. Davis complete for Kenny Britt for a Rams first down out of the 26.
So you get that first down on this critical drive. Now let's see if the Rams try and stretch the field a little bit more vertically.
They have used all of their timeouts. Davis on first down. He fires downfield, and it is picked off by Morris Claiborne.
That secondary has struggled all game, but they come up with the big play there at the end to seal it up.
Morris Claiborne's in good position on this one, Tony. We've seen the guys get behind him a couple times. He's not going to let that happen on this one. Eyes on the quarterback. In the perfect position to make the interception.
4th career pick for Claiborne. The 2nd interception for the Cowboys today. So the Rams out of timeouts. Cowboys will be able to run out the clock. And for the first time in 878 regular season games, win a game in regulation after trailing by 21 points.
They fought through a lot this afternoon. You saw Jason Garrett right there. Morris Claiborne had been picked on during the course of the game, but comes up with the game-clinching play at the end.
So the Cowboys will look ahead to the home game against the Saints next Sunday. For the Rams, after blowing a 21-point lead, they'll have some time to think about it. Off next week. Next game in Philadelphia 2 weeks from today. So the Dallas Cowboys come into St. Louis, fall behind by 21. There's Des Bryant, big 68-yard touchdown reception early in the 3rd quarter for Bryant. Cowboys win it by the score of 34-31. We will return to St. Louis in just a moment. The game-clinching pick by Morris Claiborne. We'll be back.